What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the CFL podcast where we talk everything college football, especially HBCU football. And today, man, we are talking about Kailon Davis, the defensive end who is a senior, who was one of the stars of the last season of Last Chance U. Yes, you heard me right, Last Chance U. If you even watch the show, you know who Kailon Davis is. All right, he was one of the most energetic, great character guys. He was always happy. He was always fun loving. He was always trying to help and protect his teammate Bobby Bruce. If y'all remember Bobby Bruce, he was just an overall great guy, man, great kid. And he ran into a bit of a rough point in his life, and it caused him to give up football for a while before deciding I'm going to come back and I'm going to transfer to Arkansas Pine Bluff. But we'll get into that stuff later. Let's get into his backstory a little bit. Now, he's 6'4", 234 pounds. Okay, he's out of New Orleans, Louisiana. He was a 3-star JUCO prospect when he came from Independence Community College in Kansas. Nationally, he was 183. At his position, he was ranked 14th, and in the state, he was ranked 47th. 47th, yes. Now, it's important to mention that he had a few offers, right? They weren't Power 5, but that's because most of his time he was a reserve guy. Keep in mind, he had, if you watch Last Chance U, he had a lot of competition at Independence College, community college. All right, you got Jermaine Johnson, the number one JUCO prospect at the time. You was playing to get behind him. He was getting quality snaps, he was getting quality minutes, but you was playing behind Jermaine Johnson and other Division I guys as well. So it just wasn't much. It just wasn't much he could do as far as getting that starting spot. However, when he got in the game, he was a difference maker. He had such a great mindset of wherever I fit in this game, wherever y'all put me in it, I'm gonna impact it. And he did just that. On special teams, he was doing it. When he got in on defense, he was doing it. He is a guy who does not care how he has to help contribute to his team's success. He's gonna do it, and that's what you love about him. He's a guy who's gonna look after his teammates. He's a guy who's gonna show up to practice faithfully every day and be happy. And he's a very skilled dude. He just hasn't had a chance to really prove himself and what he can do in a starting spot. Now, at Independence Community College, because I know we only saw the 1 year, where he was one of the stars who was featured on the show, but they weren't on him the majority of the time. So in his 2 years at Independence Community College, he had 35 tackles. All right, 5 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery, and that was as a sophomore. His freshman year, he had 7 tackles. Freshman at the community college level, unless you're really, really good, there's a lot of talent there. So you just might not see a lot of playing time your freshman year. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, after his stint at Independence Community College, he signed with Arkansas State. Okay, he had a few offers. He had Nicholas State, he had Western Kentucky, he had UAB, he had Southern Miss, South Arkansas, South Alabama, and of course Arkansas State, and he chose to go to Arkansas State. He played in 9 games while at Arkansas State, okay? All in a reserve role. He did not start any of those 9 games. And when I tell you why in a minute, you'll understand. He finished the season with 9 tackles, 5 solo, and 4 assists. Now, in April of 2021, he had to give up football because of heart problems. He had heart problems. I don't know the exact diagnosis, but if y'all seen the movie Glory Road, you remember one of the players who had heart problems, couldn't play anymore, but he was allowed to get a few minutes in the championship game and things like that. It's such an unfortunate thing for something like that to happen to such a great guy. We were all rooting for him when the show ended. He was one of those guys that we wanted to see go to the league. the whole fan base of Last Chance U, if you watch the show at all, you loved him. You loved his character. You loved this guy. Not this character because this isn't a show. This is reality. But yeah, he had heart problems, and he went on Twitter. He announced, hey, my time playing football is up. And I'm gonna leave the picture here so y'all can read it. You can pause it if you want to and read it. But he had to announce that he was done. And imagine how much that must have hurt him, going from playing in front of 33,000 people every Saturday to just being done before your time was supposed to be up. Now I don't know what happened. But he's back. He decided to come back. And now Arkansas Pine Bluff has given him a chance. So that's where he signed. I don't know how much playing time he's going to get. Not that he's not good enough to get playing time. He damn sure is. Okay? That's not the issue. It's the heart issue that I'm kind of confused about. Like, did they negotiate with him? Like, okay, we're going to put you in for a few snaps here. And, then we're going to take you out right here. And then we're going to put you in for another set of snaps. I don't know how they're going to work that out. That's between the coaching staff and him. Obviously, maybe he just got good medical news, and maybe the doctor told him, hey, if you kind of trim down the amount of time that you'd be in the game, you'd be fine. Who knows? Because he hasn't released any more information on his heart. However, him going back to play college ball tells me that, I think everything is going well for him. Of course, they're going to have to be cautious because a heart problem is nothing to play with. And at any time, it could become very serious. But I just want to say, like, this dude is a fighter, man. This dude is a fighter. Arkansas Pine Bluff, understand that y'all are getting a guy who is mentally, he's tough. Not only does he have great character, but mentally, he's tough. He always finds a way to prevail. Every time life knocks him down, he gets back up with a smile on his face, with the most positive attitude, and he keeps going because he has a goal in sight. And plus, it's not to mention playing for a coach like Coach Brown. You gotta have some thick skin, okay? So point out that he's such a great team guy that even a coach as mean as Coach Brown was still one of Coach Brown's favorites. The team loved him so much. Like they were family. Like we saw the bad side of things on the show, but they were really family. Coach Brown really loved Kailon Davis. So much so that unfortunately when Kailon's sister passed away, after practice, I guess they had this balloon release for his sister in honor of his sister. And I'm gonna show y'all the clip, but it just goes to speak on how loved he is anywhere he goes, by his teammates, his coaching staff, and anyone who gets to know him. Dude is like, I cannot speak enough on his character and how great of a kid he is. Just watch the clip. I'm gonna show you. Watch the clip.
1, 2, 3. Rest in peace. Family on me, family on three. Family on me, 1, 2, 3. Family on me.
Y'all got y'all a good one. Arkansas Pine Bluff, y'all are doing a really good job with the talent that you're getting. I love it. I absolutely love it because, like I said, like I keep continuing to say, the SWAC is going to be a gauntlet. Now y'all got Kailon Davis to add on, and I think he's going to provide a huge boost to your defense because he is a phenomenal pass rusher. That's something that, didn't really get highlighted a lot because, like I said, you got the likes of Jermaine Johnson, who's now at Florida State, who was the #1 JUCO prospect in the country when they were at Independence together, and other Division I defensive linemen as well. So, like Cam, y'all remember Cam, he's at Pittsburgh now, so he just didn't have much room to get on the field and be a starter, but he did see meaningful minutes. But, he is going to be a great addition for y'all defensive line. Arkansas Pine Bluff. A lot of people were sleeping on y'all, saying that, you know, this spring season was lucky, basically, that y'all really ain't gonna have too much of a shot to get back there. Y'all are showing people. Y'all might be able to show people y'all are wrong for counting us out, and it's a new day in Arkansas Pine Bluff. And I just can't wait to see how the season plays out for y'all as well. Y'all, thank y'all if y'all made it to the end of the video, man. I really appreciate it. I got more videos coming today, so I'm trying to hurry this one up because I got to work tonight, and, you know, it's time. Just time is always an issue. So, if y'all made it to the end of the video, man, I really appreciate y'all. Peace.